Hey Pilates people, my name is Jessica. Welcome to Connect and Move. Today I will be taking you through the advanced reformer flow. We will not be doing everything in the repertoire right because of time, but we will get through as much as we can in probably about an hour or so. So honor your body, of course, okay? Please, please, please do that. Spring changes, foot positions, like all the things, right? Please honor your body, okay? So you will need your box. You will need a dowel or some type of pole. If you don't have that, right, you can just mimic holding the pole. And then you'll need some type of sticky pad or shelf liner for when we do stomach massage. If you don't have one of those, right, you can just drop your springs down so that way you're not sliding all over the place, all right? So reformer, box, pole, sticky pad, your beautiful self, of course. And we are going to be starting with 2 mediums and a heavy. So I have on 2 reds and a green for balanced body, and let's get started. All right, starting lying down with footwork. Make sure that you are centered on the carriage. All 10 toes are on heels together, toes apart. So to find the back of the legs here a little bit more, find that your toes are a little bit more on top of the foot bar than in front. And then take a couple deep breaths here into the back of the ribs, into the side of the ribs. Start to feel the arms stretch down and into the mat. Find that chest expansion, connection through the arms. Feel that the tailbone is sinking heavier into the mat. The base of the ribs are down. On your next inhale, you're gonna press that carriage all the way out and then drag it in. Did I say Pilates V? I don't know. All 10 toes are on heels together, toes apart. Start to feel that wrap through the back of the legs each time the legs go straight. Right? Footwork is your chance to set things up for the rest of class. Full breath out, full breath in. Let's do 3 and 2. Last one, pull it all the way in. Come onto the arches, hip socket distance apart. Toes and heels wrap around and under, out and in. Find just a slight pull apart on that foot bar, just so we're activating as many muscles as we can. We've got 3, big toes reaching up and over, and 2. Last one here, pull it all the way in. Let's come onto those heels. Still hip socket distance apart, tailbone is heavy, inhale out, and exhale, drag it in. So for here, I want you to imagine like you're on like a narrow oval track. All right, so the work never really stops. We never really pause on the out or pause on the in. We just stay moving. Big balls of the feet pushing forward, pinky toes pulling back. You've got 3 and 2 and 1. You bring it all the way in. Let's come back down to that first position. Feel the inner ankle bones hug together. Press the carriage all the way out. And now take a big expansive breath in as you lower the heels under. Exhale to lift the heels up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. As those heels drop under, toes reach up and over. Remember, this is an active flex and a point. Pubic bone stays reaching for your toes. Neckline is long. Let's do 2. And last one, bend the knees, come all the way home. From here, go ahead and roll yourself up. Option to stay on those springs for your 100. If not, I would take the heavy off and then stay on your 2 mediums. Foot bar either way is going to come down. You're gonna lie all the way down. Hands come into your long loops. Any low back issues, start with your knees into the chest. Otherwise, legs are gonna go long over the foot bar. Zip the legs up together. Find some tension into the springs. Punch your fists up to the ceiling here. Feel the sternum draw down. And then from here, arms come down, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Legs are gonna hover. Start pumping here for your 100. Inhale and exhale. Carriage doesn't move, right? So no matter where your legs are at, that carriage stays quiet and you're reaching out through the first and second knuckles. That reach is coming from your back. Hang in there, fists forward, belly pulling away from the hips. Make sure that tailbone stays heavy. Hang in there with me. We got 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. As the legs lower down, arms are going to float up with control, with control, with control. Take the straps into one hand. You're going to roll up, teaser up. Make sure you're on 2 medium springs. So for me, I'm on the 2 red springs. So legs go back down again. Zip the legs up together, find parallel this time. Sink the base of the ribs down into the floor or into the mat. Arms stay straight, arms lower down, legs lift up. Legs go up and over for your rollover. This is your overhead. From here, can you get the arms longer? Can you soften the chest away from the chin? And then from here, reach the legs up to the ceiling, think jackknife, and then roll down, roll down, roll down, hips hit. Arms are gonna float up, legs are gonna lower down to your working angle. Arms come down, legs go up and over. Squeeze the legs together, float the legs up, and then lower down with control. Roll down, roll down, roll down. Hips hit, arms lift. Again, arms come down, up and over. Reach out through the fists, float the legs up, roll down with control, anchor the arms. Hips lower, arms lift, legs lower. And now bring your knees into your chest, elbows come down to the mat, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up for coordination. From here, straighten the arms and legs out, dig the knuckles into the mat, open with control, close with control, bend the knees all the way in, bend the elbows. You're trying to keep this upper ab curl if you can. Straighten the arms and legs out, only the legs, they open, they close, drag it all the way back in. Bend the elbows. Last one, dig the knuckles into the mat, press the legs down and away, open, close, bend the knees all the way in, bend the elbows, lower everything down. Straps come up into one hand. You're gonna roll yourself up, pop off one spring. You're on 1 medium spring. Legs are gonna go through the shoulder blocks. Cross them if you need to. You're a palm's distance behind your booty and the edge of the mat. Hands go into the long loops here. You're gonna sit up tall, row the fists into the sternum. So feel just a slight protraction of the shoulder blades. From here, the pelvis leads the way. Roll back, round back. Finds that rounded shape as you lean back. Keep the shape. Arms go out to the side, palms face back. You press back into spring tension. Dive the head up and over. Hug the back of the legs together. Arms lift up. They open out wide to the sides of the room. They circle around, reach for your toes, and then stack the spine up tall. All right, row the fists into the sternum. Lead with the pelvis, roll it away from your thighs. Toes reach away, arms go out to the side. Press back, open up your wingspan. Dive the head up and over. As the arms lift, try to lift the ribs up off the thighs. Circle around and reach for your toes. Last one like this. Stack it up tall. Roll yourself back. Curl your pubic bone under a little bit more. Arms go out, neck is long, press back. Dive the head up and over. This time, if you can, clasp your hands or your fingers together. Now lift the arms up as high as you can, and then open the arms out wide. They circle around, reach for your toes. Stack it all the way back up. If your legs are crossed, uncross, recross them. Legs, they're reaching down and into that mat. Arms come up to 90. Palms are facing and you've got a solid grip on your straps. With a flat back, you're gonna hinge back, go back. Try to go to the plane of your hips. From here, punch the arms up and away. You're gonna lift up, come all the way up, get taller, taller, taller. When you can't go any further, palms face down, you round forward, pull the arms down and back. They lift up, they open out wide. Reach, 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 reach. And stack everything back up. Arms up at 90, flat back, hinge back, go back. Think biceps to the ears, the arms go straight, come all the way up. Lift up out of your waist, round forward, palms face down, pull the arms down and back. Reach them up, 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 and they circle out wide and reach forward. Can you guys get the legs a little bit straighter and hug them in a little bit more? Last one, hinge back, go back. Punch the fists up. We come all the way up, 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 round forward, lift the ribs, scoop the arms down and back. Can you clasp the fingers of the hands together? They lift, 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 and then open out wide and circle then forward. Hang up the straps. You're gonna come off. You're gonna place a medium spring on. So we're back to those 2 medium, or for me it's 2 reds. I'm gonna place my long box on. For your Swan 2, if you like a pad for your thighs, right, you are more than welcome, okay? So I'm gonna come on here. I personally like my feet inside the frame of the carriage. Some people like it up against the foot bar. It also depends on your reformer. So I'm gonna lower down. I'm gonna place the box like right at the tippy top of my thighs. I'm in a Pilates V here. My arms are just gonna drape down to the side here, okay? I'm gonna think of like hugging the box with my pelvis and my hips so my tailbone is curling under. All right, I've got a good connection with my feet. My heels are pressing together. From here, just press the carriage out and pause. Notice how you have to keep your tailbone reaching long because otherwise you're just gonna fly off here, all right? So keep that strong connection in your legs. And let's just reach the arms back behind you and just lift your chest up. Think like pull straps here. All right, heart is reaching forward, arms are reaching back. And then from here, arms circle around to the sides. They reach out in front of you and lift up through the upper abdomen as you round up and over the box, bends the knees, come all the way home. So we're just breaking things down today, all right? Arms go back to that start position. Press the carriage out, hug the box with your body, and now try to lift up through your upper abdominals first. Then from here, as you lift up, you kind of articulate up and out. Arms reach back behind you. Stand in those strong legs. Arms go out to that T. They go out in front of you. And then from here, round up and over the box as you come all the way in. All right. Arms come back down. Hug the box. Press it out. Press those heels together. Wrap through the back of the legs. Lift your upper abdomen first. Then you lift up. Arms reach back behind you. They go out to the side, out in front of you. From here, can you start to bend the knees a little bit to lift your spine up even higher? Circle the arms out wide. Maybe you lift up even more into extension. Arms circle out, reach forward, round up and over the box. Anybody feeling this going on back here? I hope. Do what you can. Take your hands onto the box if you need to, all right? Last one here. Press it out. Pubic bone curls under. Lift the belly off the box if you can. Reach the arms back. Open up the chest. Arms circle out. Reach to the front. From here, lift the arms as you bend the knees. Lift, 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 lift. Circle the arms out. Maybe you can lift up higher. Think arms reaching back to your thighs or your feet. Arms circle around. Reach forward. Round up and over the box. From here, situate your feet to where you can pike the hips up. And we're going to drop it down to 1 red spring. Or 1 medium, so pop a spring off. Come back out for pull straps. So you're about the middle of your chest on the box. If it's more comfortable to have the girls off, you take them off. You're gonna grab on just above the hardware or as high up on the ropes as you'd like. Zip the legs up together. Find that length out through your tailbone, maybe a little lift of the thighs. Arms are razor straight, pull the arms down and back to your hips. Find that reach out through the crown of your head and then lower the arms all the way down. Now here, I want you to think of rounding up and over the box. So let your legs lower, let the chest and head lower. From here, pull the arms down and back as you do. Pass through your long line, find that extension at the top, and then think of rounding up and over the box as the arms come forward. Again, should almost feel like you're trying to hollow out your upper abdominals as you go up and over, even if they're touching the box, which, right, they a lot of times are. All right, take your hands all the way down to the ends of the straps. Arms, they go out to the side like a letter T. Let's go right into that rounding up and over the box. Keep the legs hugging together. Open up your wingspan. Lead with the pinkies. Pull them wide and back to your hips. Roll the collarbones open. Arms lift. You go up and over the box. Again. Reach the arms wide and back. Punch out through the fists, create more space between ears and shoulders. Arms lift up, go up and over the box. Last one. Wide and back, reach, 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 reach. They lift up and over the box. Go ahead and hang up your straps. You're gonna come off. You're gonna place another spring on. So now we have 2 reds or 2 mediums. At least, right, it's 2 of the same. I'm gonna grab a handle in each hand, right? Handles are kind of behind me right now. One hand on the corner of the box, other foot on the foot bar, other hand on, other foot on. Hips go forward. From here, right into it, right? This is your backstroke. Fists come over my face or my chest here. Knees are into the chest. I'm in an upper ab curl. These are your shave arms. Arms and legs shoot up to the sky. They open. They circle around and reach. Fists go above your thighs. You're going to hold 2, 3, bend it all the way back in. Try to curl up a little bit higher. It's tough, I know. Up on 1, open on 2, circle around and reach, reach, reach like you could just roll right up, and then everything comes right back in. We're going to reverse for 2. Punch out, hold, 2, 3, circle everything around, come all the way back up, and then bend it back in. Stay in spring tension. Punch it out, hold, 2, 3, circle around, reach everything up, bend everything back in. Take the straps into one hand, teaser yourself up or roll yourself up. I'm on a big box here, and pop off another spring. You're back to 1 medium spring. Take the straps into your hands. Make sure they haven't crisscrossed. Hips onto the box, maybe not as far as we just did. All right, drape the legs up and over. All right, this is your teaser. So find a little Pilates V here. Let your head hang heavy. Now start to hug the back of the thighs in towards one another. Find some reach out through your fingertips here. Take a big breath in. And then as you slowly exhale, I want you to push into the straps. Start to lift your head up, look down at your stomach. There you go. From here, can you lift your legs up and your upper body up at the same time? If you gotta bend the knees, you gotta bend the knees, all right? I'm probably gonna be right there with you. So hold here at the top. Turn those palms facing up to the ceiling. Feel like this reach is coming from the middle of your back, and then just hold here. Now, can you keep the lift of your arms as you roll your pelvis away from your thighs? All right, do what you gotta do, do what you gotta do. Roll back, roll back, roll back. Go all the way down. Now, if your low back was kind of cranky in that, start with your knees into the chest, right? I'll do it with you. Knees into your chest, head is hanging down here. Big breath in, reach out through your fingertips. On your exhale, find some spring tension. Think of reaching up into the straps. You're gonna roll up, try to control it. Remember, the reach comes from your back. Hold here at the top. Just hold. All right. As you lower the arms, can you inhale? And then exhale, reach, 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 reach up. Inhale to lower. Exhale, reach, 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 reach up. All right. Even though you might be rounded, you're not sinking, right? So you're constantly lifting up out of the crown of the head. You've got 2. And the last one here, hold those arms reaching up and then roll back. Try to control it, control it, control it, control it. All righty, let's do it again. Exhale at that sticky, sticky spot. Reach everything out. Hold here at the top. Now, if your knees are bent, can you straighten the legs? And then bend the knees. Straighten the legs and bend the knees. Now, if your legs were straight, do this too. Let's do 3 and 2. No shift in that pelvis. Last one, hold that nasty spot. Hold it and struggle with me for just a moment here. For 3, 2, 1. Lower down with control, with control, with control. All the way down. Whew. Straps into one hand. You're gonna come up, all right? Now we're gonna do our backstroke. So my thumbs are hooking the straps here, okay? I am going to lunge forward, reach my arms forward, hands come to the edge of the box, okay? From here, I'm gonna climb on like a surfboard. Middle of my chest is at the edge of the box, okay? I'm gonna make fists with my hands. Hands come down here to the mat. My gaze is gonna stay down, all right? We're gonna just kind of break this down today. So, double leg kicks from the mat, that's what this is. I want you to bend your knees, hug your elbows into your box. Feel that your pubic bone is driving down towards the box and your knees are hugging together, All right, neckline is long. I'm gonna kick my heels to my seat for 3 and 2 and 1. As my legs go straight, my arms are gonna go straight as well. Hold. I'm doing a handstand right now. Can you lift the arms up a little bit? Circle them around. Reach them back to that start position. Once your elbows bend, your knees bend. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Everything reaches out. Arms lift, chest lifts a little bit. Circle them around. Bend the elbows, bend the knees. We kick, kick, kick. Arms reach out, punch them out. Lift and open out wide. Good, that was it. All right, switch up your grip. 4 fingers into the straps. Take them onto the box. I'm gonna hook my feet around the ropes or under the ropes. And I'm gonna slide myself up for my horseback. All right, either way, meet me right about here. Make sure there's still some space behind you in the box or behind your booty there. So, palms are facing up, okay? If you've ever done serve a tray, right, that's your teaser, this is your horseback. So palms are facing up here. I'm gonna sit up tall. I'm hugging the box with my inner thighs, all right? So from here, as my arms go out straight, my legs are gonna go out straight as well. I'm gonna round forward and kind of dive forward a little bit. Hold here. How straight can you get the legs? And can you even maybe lift them up a little bit more and curl your tailbone under more? And then from here, bend the elbows, bend the knees all the way in, okay? There's gotta be a little bit of a pitch forward, all right? So let's do that again. Reach out, hold. Think like you're being slow punched in the gut, so pull the abdomen back, pull the base of the ribs back, and then bend everything back in. If you're tight, you might be getting a nice stretch. Let's do that again. Reach everything out. Hold. Neckline is long. Now, can you lower the arms as you inhale? And then exhale, get deeper into that work as they lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, reach from the back. Last one, inhale, lower. Exhale, reach, 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 reach from the back. And then bend everything back in. Hang up the straps. That was your horseback. Box is going to come away. Headrest is going to come up. Foot bar is going to come up to your middle rung or your original placement. And you're going to place that 1 medium spring back on. So now we have 2 mediums and so 2 reds for me. I'm going to place my hands here on the foot bar, shoulder width distance apart, place the ball of 1 foot up, and then you're going to come right up into your long stretch or right into your plank. Now just pause here for a moment, hug your heels together, and feel like your pubic bone is pulling up to your navel just ever so slightly. From here, it's a hinge at the shoulder. You're gonna go back, press the carriage back, keeping the neckline long, and then pull the carriage in. All right, inhale as you go back, keep pulling up through the base of the ribs, and then exhale, pull yourself in. Right, there's a protraction to the shoulder blades, right, so they're pulling apart, and then drag it all the way, and you go out as far as you can. Last one here, you go out, feel that stretch, and now your heels, think of them going back just a little bit more as your upper body comes all the way in, and then lower the knees down carefully, place your feet up against the shoulder blocks for your down stretch. Keep the carriage in, roll that pelvis up and through, find extension, strong push down through the arms. Find that inner thigh connection and then press the carriage back, staying in extension. Keep driving back through your heels as you pull the carriage in, roll that chest open, press the carriage out. Keep that kind of look up and away and up. Press it back and up. Tailbone stays reaching long even though you're in extension. Last one. Come all the way in. Now, can you keep the carriage in? Nod your chin, kind of undulate your spine up. Heels are going to slide down halfway on those shoulder blocks. Now from here, round and lift through the spine and ribs. Pull that foot bar apart. Press the carriage out. Let the hips lower. You're going to stay in this kind of upper back rounded position with the hips low for this one. Drag it all the way in. When you can't go any further, use your low stomach muscles to pull the carriage all the way in. Sit the hips back, find the inner thighs, press the carriage back. You pull that carriage in, pull it in, pull it in, pull it in, and then drive the hips back. This is your up stretch. Pull that bar apart. That last couple inch or two, Think of using your low belly muscles. Last one here. Press it out. Tailbone curls under, under, under to bring it all the way in. Then from here, slide your heels down up against your shoulder blocks. Now, if you're petite or you're super tight, walk your feet forward, right? No worries. So tripod connection down through your feet. Spine is rounded once again. Pull the foot bar apart. Elephant here. Press the carriage back and then pull it in. Inhale as you go back. Exhale, pull it in. Notice my upper body's not moving. It's my lower half that's really challenging my core and a lot of other things to see, can you stay rounded as the carriage goes out and in? Keep those heels down. Let's do 2. And 1, pull the carriage all the way in. Can you keep the carriage quiet and slide back up into that half high heel position? Right leg, reach it out long behind you. Hips are square, drop that hip down just a bit more. Both arms are straight. Right leg stays reaching long, press the carriage back and pull it in. You are still rounded and lifted through the spine and the upper ribs. Press it back and pull it in, pause here. Right leg swivels out to the side, keep the arm straight, press it back and in. Back and in, last one, back and in. Right leg sweeps forward. Keep it hovering. Press it back and in. So one-legged teaser. Out and in. Last one. In. Right foot comes back. Let's just get this other side over with. Let's do it. Left leg goes back. Square off through the hips. Check your neck and shoulders. Press the carriage back and in. Remember to stay rounded. Remember that elephant sensation. Pull the carriage all the way in. Left leg swivels out to the side. Open up, press it back and in, back and in. Last one, back and in. Left leg swivels to the front now. Find your inner thighs even though the legs are split. Last one, and step it back and carefully step off. We're gonna skip long back arms and we're gonna do our tendon stretch. Let's do it. Have a seat on your foot bar, hands onto your foot bar. All right, so Pilates V. Some people like parallel. I like my Pilates V. It just helps get me to my inner thighs. So heels hanging off the edge here, okay? The reach into the arms is super, super important on this, okay? So if you get a little nervous about this one, place all springs on and just practice standing up and down, okay? So push down through the arms, keep the carriage still, straighten the arms, dive the head forward. Yep, so really round and lift through the spine. Try to get your legs straight. And now curl the tailbone under to initiate that press out. Keep rounding even as the carriage goes back. And then from here, it's like you're just pulling your hips through the arms. Come all the way in, dive your head forward. Ooh, I am tight today. Press that carriage out, tailbone curls under. Long, long arms. And then guide it all the way back in, round, 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 round. Dive the head forward, push back into those arms. 2 more here. You go out, hug through the back of the legs. Pull it all the way in, in, in. Can you get the legs straighter? I'm fighting for it. Lift up through the base of the ribs. And then from here, you can go ahead and have a seat. And let's go ahead and step off. You're gonna grab that sticky pad for your stomach massage. I know, I realize I just went a little bit out of order, but that's okay. Come back to your footwork springs. So 2 mediums and a heavy. Sticky pad is on kind of like a runway strip, all right? So from here, you wanna get on the fancy way. I'm gonna place one hand on my shoulder block. Other foot, same side, onto your foot bar. Other foot on, right? Heels together, toes apart. I'm gonna shift my hips forward, all right? From here, hands come onto the edge of the mat. You are uncomfortably close right now. Use your arms to kind of pull yourself forward, but from here, allow your whole spine from tail to crown to round as if you were trying to pull your belly off of your thighs, right? Keyword try. From here, press the carriage out, keeping the spine rounded. You're gonna lower the heels under, lift the heels up, and then pull the carriage in. Let's add some breath. Inhale to go out. Hold the breath as you lower. Lift, exhale to come all the way in. Even though you're rounded, right, we're still trying to lift up tall. Again, inhale out, lower, lift, empty the lungs, come all the way in. Inhale, expand the back, lower, lift, exhale, empty the lungs, come all the way in. Last one here. Exhale all the way in. Can you keep your feet there? Reach down, pop off that heavy spring. Reach the arms out in front of you. They're gonna circle around. Either find your shoulder blocks or the mat, okay? Elbows, they can either be bent or straight, depends on arm length, all right? So I want you to sit up tall, lift up out of your back and waist, press the carriage out to straight legs, and just pause here for a second. Just feel like you're growing taller and your pubic bone is pointing down to the mat. Roll the collarbones open, and then from here we lower the heels. We lift the heels, and you're gonna get even taller as you pull that carriage all the way in. Inhale as you go out, hold the breath as you lower, lift, exhale, pull yourself all the way home. That's that hamstring curl. You go out, you lower, lift, pull it all the way home. The next three, think of getting light in your hands, right? So a lot more upper back work here to hold you upright. Last one. Come all the way home. You are on 2 medium springs. Lift the arms, circle them around. Think of them pressing down into something. Press the carriage out. Keep reaching up and over the springs. Grow taller. Bend the knees. Pull yourself home. Inhale, reach out. Empty the lungs. Come all the way in. Inhale, reach out. Empty the lungs. Come all the way in. Last one here. Press it out. We lift and twist to the left. Equal push into your feet. You lift, lift, lift. Come back through center. Press it out. Lift and twist to the right. Find that upper back to spiral you up, up, up. Come all the way back in. Again, lift and twist. Spiral higher, higher, higher. Come all the way in. I feel you. I'm right there with you. Lift and twist, twist, twist. Back to center. Press it out. Now take your right hand to the side of your left leg. Use it to get deeper into that twist. Look back at that left hand. Come back to center. Last one here. Press it out. Find your right leg. Lift and twist. And back to center. Hands come onto the foot bar. Since we did tendon stretch, we'll do our monkey stretch here. So maybe separate the heels. Do like a little prance, a little bend and stretch. Let's bring the carriage all the way in. You're gonna do away with your sticky pad. Toss it off to the side. Headrest is gonna come down. Foot bar is gonna come all the way down, and you're gonna stay on those 2 medium springs, okay? So we've got short spine and then our semicircle. So headrest is down, foot bar is down, same springs on. You're gonna place your feet into your short loops. Challenge yourself to not move the carriage, right? So you gotta roll up, arches of the feet come into your short loops. Pull your heels to your bottom, hips are down, heels together, toes apart. Weight down through the arms. Make sure when you're doing inversions, the weight goes into your shoulders and not your neck. Press the legs out and away. Float the legs up and over. Pause once you get to the top and once the carriage is home, if that's for you. Keep your hips lifting high and the chin away from your chest as you bend the knees into the blocks. And then from here, pull your heels to your seat. Little hamstring curl. Roll down like a little ball. Roll down. Roll down, roll down. Tailbone hits. Press the legs out and away. As you roll up and over, think of the arms getting longer. You getting longer. Up and over. Bends the knees in. Tailbone curls under a bit more. Pull your heels to your seat and then roll down like a little ball. Roll down, roll down, roll down. Extra challenge. Now we try to lift up with our legs reaching out. So instead of your like pike and peel, you're gonna try to go right up and over, almost like your long spine. Once again, soften the chin away from the chest, bend the knees into the blocks. Now, can you keep your feet over your face as you roll your hips away from your feet, go all the way down, all the way down. Once you're here, take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, just let everything relax, relax, relax. And then press those heels together. Pull your heels to your seat. Tailbone hits. Last one like this. Actually, it's your last one. So lift those hips up and over, up and over. Bend the knees into the blocks. Stay in a little bit of spring tension on this one. Roll the hips away from the feet. Roll down, roll down, roll down. Take a big breath in at the bottom. And then as you exhale, just relax, relax, relax. Then pull those heels together, pull your heels to your seat, and then from here, go ahead and take your straps off, hang them up. You're gonna place your hands onto the shoulder blocks, all 10 toes on that foot bar, heels together, toes apart. From here, right, it's your semicircle, so press yourself all the way out. Arms are gonna go straight, hips are lifted. Now, just like we did, right, or just like you do in bridge, just like you did in your short spine, soften the sternum away from the chin a little bit more. Knees are only bent to that hip socket distance apart, or sorry, shoulder width distance apart. And then from here, allow yourself to roll down, articulate all the way down as far as you can go, right? You might touch the springs, you might not. And then from here, press the carriage out like 3/4 of the way and pause. I want you to keep that carriage so quiet, so still. Curl that pubic bone back, slowly, slowly, slowly. Carriage stays quiet. Once your hips are high and you're like, I can't go anymore, lady, I want you to pull yourself all the way in. From here, you roll down, ribs go down first, roll down, or really your chest, go all the way down. Try to keep your heels lifted. This time we're gonna add some breath. So inhale as you go out 3/4 of the way. Start to exhale as your pubic bone curls back. Carriage quiet, carriage quiet. Use another breath if you've got to. Drive the pelvis up, relax the front of the throat. Take a big breath in here. And then on your exhale, pull yourself all the way in. Now we're gonna reverse it. Inhale as you go out. As you exhale, soften the sternum, soften the ribs, roll down, articulate all the way down. Good, take another big breath in here. And then as you exhale, pull the carriage all the way in, roll the hips up, up, up. Check those knees. And then press the carriage out on that inhale. Keep the carriage quiet, so quiet. So you really gotta reach in all directions as you go down. All the way down. Pull the carriage in. Articulate, roll yourself all the way up. Lift your heels up high. Can you now circle the arms around? Grab onto something, ankles, carriage, something. And feel this kind of push-pull action, and then drive the heels down as your hips come up. All right, and then just play around here with your thighs coming together and opening, right? You might feel a stretch in both positions. All right, now from here, carefully circle the arms around. You're gonna pull yourself up, and then we're gonna roll up. We're gonna stay on these springs. You're gonna come kneeling on your carriage. Hook your feet around the edge of the mat. All right, so I want you to find this tailbone reaching long, some inner thigh connection, arms are reaching out in front of you. And now let's just do that little forward and back lean. And what I want you to find is this almost catch with the back of your leg. This really all is a Nordic curl, right? So what I mean by a catch is as you go forward, you should be feeling like, oh, this just came to the party to keep me from face planting, all right? So remember that. Now reach down, grab onto your long straps. Or short if you're feeling froggy today. So find that little kind of scary lean forward. Pick those hip points up to your bottom ribs, and with strong straight arms, pull the arms down and back, and then pause here. Are you still in that kind of scary pitch forward? And then slowly release the arms. It's a slow, slow pull. Again, pull the arms down and back, roll the chest open, turn your head to the right, turn your head to the left, turn your head to center, and then slowly release. We're gonna add the breath. Inhale as the arms go back. Hold the breath as you turn side. You turn side, turn center, and then exhale, exhale as the arms release. All right, take the straps into one hand, sit the hips back. You pop a light spring on. We have 2 mediums and a light. Walk your knees up against the shoulder blocks. Still hip socket distance apart. So if for a lot of carriages, the shoulder blocks will be hitting kind of the middle of your thighs, okay? Either way, hip socket. Choke up on your straps, maybe like at the webbing where your straps converge. Arms are lifted, press down through the tops of the feet of the shins, and then feel that tailbone lengthening. And then from here, keep your long line as you hinge back. Hinge back, hinge back. All right, pause where you can and then push down into those shins to lift yourself all the way up. If it's a little scary, stay looking down kind of at your chest or your stomach, all right? Inhale as you go back, breathe into the back, and then exhale lifts you all the way up. This is your thigh stretch, right? Inhale takes you back. All this is a hamstring curl to open up the front of the hips or the front of the body, really. Last one here. You're gonna go back. If it's available, take your gaze up the wall, up the ceiling, keep the inner thigh connection. Roll that chest open, take your gaze back if it's available, and then nod your chin to come out of it. Let those hips sit back and then come all the way up. All right, we hang up the straps. We're now gonna come to one medium spring. So, one red for balanced body. You're gonna place your long box back on. I'm about to do the most graceful thing in my life right now, okay? So maybe not watch me. Here, I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do, our hamstring curl. So I want you to place your feet into your short loops, all right? I know there's fancy ways to get into this, probably more graceful ways than what I'm doing, but just meet me there, okay? So one medium spring, short loops are into the arches of your feet. Try not to lose them on your way down. You're gonna come all the way down, middle of your chest is at the edge of the box, okay? So you can either be hugging the front edge of the box, you can have your hands on the frame, okay? Just if you've never done these before, just find a comfortable position with your arms, okay? So you're gonna stay long, meaning your back is gonna stay flat. Think of reaching your big toes up and over the straps like they could touch the ceiling here, okay? So tailbone stays long, open up your pelvis to the box. Now I want you to open or close the carriage. Close the carriage, close the carriage. All right, so keep the pelvis expressed into the box. From here, pull both heels towards your seat. Again, find the reach of the toes up and over. Think of the toes dragging across the ceiling as they slowly go back out. Legs will not fully straighten, okay? Again, toes go up and over, right? Up and over, and then slowly back out, right? If you feel this in your low back, you've gotta think of like driving your pubic bone into the box even more or limit your range. Again, pull the toes up and over, hug your knees together if you can, and then back out. Now, we're gonna let your one leg, your right leg relax. Did I say that right? Yep, but don't lose the strap. Only your left leg this time. Pull it in, and then slowly back out. Keep trying to lift that left thigh off of the box. It's a lot, and then all the way back out. It's okay if this is an inch move. It's a lot. I'm hoping you're feeling some major seat and hammy connection. Let's do one more here. Up and over. Woo! I am shaking, shaking, shaking. Relax that left leg a little bit. Right toes up and over. Think of it going like right to the center line, that big toe. Relax the neck, up and over, up and over, up and over, and back out. Think of your low abdomen lifting up off the box to protect your low back. You got two more. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oof. Last one, right? This is your advanced reformer. Pull it up and over. And then back out, and then let both legs go straight. Shimmy shake those straps all the way off. All the way off. From here, place on another spring, okay? 2 medium springs. You're gonna walk yourself all the way forward here. All right, so your pelvis is kind of splitting the box. Your hands are onto the foot bar or the frame, right? Again, depending on carriage here. So I want you to zipper up through the back of the legs. Arms are straight, you are in extension. Remember, length over height in extension. Now, before we dive down for our grasshopper, I want you to think of lifting the legs up first. Mine barely moved. You're thinking about it, right? So from here, you're gonna teeter-totter yourself forward. All right, legs are lifting up high, heart is reaching forward. Bend the knees, it's that same hamstring curl. Reach the toes up and away. And then lead with your chest to come all the way up, 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 up. Once you're at the top, legs initiate the lift, right? It comes from the corner of your seat. Chest dives forward, lift the legs. Pull the heels to the seat, reach the toes up and back, and then come all the way up. We have 2 more here. Hang in there. Legs lift. Reach that chest forward. Bends the knees. As the legs go straight, or when they do, we're gonna click those heels together as we come up. Click, 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 click. Come all the way up. Whoo, last one. How about those hammies? Open up your collarbones at the bottom. Lift the legs up higher, bend the knees. Right, you've got the straps in them. We click those heels. Beat, 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 beat. Come all the way up. Whew. And we're gonna step off. We're gonna change it to a short box. Staying on those springs. Box comes on short ways. Grab your pole, maple pole, dowel, roll down bar. So many names for these things. Hook your feet underneath the safety strap here at the bottom. All right. Now, we're gonna do this with knees bent, so more like ladder barrel style, okay? So, flex your feet, pull your feet apart so the strap is super taut. Pull your pinky toes back. All right, so there's lots of energy going on down there. Give yourself a hug here. I want you to lift your spine up and over, round forward first. Now start to curl the pelvis back away from the thighs. Feel like your hip bones are sliding under you as you roll back, roll back, roll back. Now pause here on the back. All right, try not to let that pelvis move first. Your chest is gonna go up first. Chest is gonna go up first, ribs go back. Go up and over, up and over, up and over, round forward. Let's do that again. Pelvis leads the way. All right, tailbone curls under. Yep, go back, keep the legs active. Chest goes forward, ribs go back. Chest goes forward, ribs go back, up and over. It's so easy, at least for me personally, to kind of come up in one chunk, but you gotta think of like peeling up and over. And one more time. You're gonna roll back, roll back, roll back, like you're trying to get your waistband into the mat first. If you'd like on this last one, you can go all the way back into your extension and then use your exhale to nod your chin, grab onto the legs if you need to roll yourself all the way up and over. Grab onto that pole. Grab on shoulder width distance apart. Re-energize the legs if you lost it. Pull apart on that bar. Float the arms up to the ceiling and then lower them down. Float the arms up to the ceiling. Pause here. Give me a little pitch forward. All right. Again, lift up out of your waist. Side bend up and over to the right. And then come back up through center. Inhale as you go over to the left. Keep the legs active. And exhale back to center. So now's your opportunity to just check, right? Make sure those legs aren't moving. They might move a little bit because they're like, you know, activating and catching you from falling. Last one here, up and over to the left. And then come back to center. Stay in this little pitch forward. Now I want you to lift and twist to the left. Yep. Reach, 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 reach. And then come back through center. Lift and twist to the left. We lift, lift, lift. Come back through center. One more time each side. Equal weight into your pelvis. Pull those pinky toes up and back to center. All body all the time. Lift and twist. Pull that bar apart and then come back through center. Lift up tall. Keep the back flat and the biceps at the ears. And you're going to hinge back. Hinge off of your sitting bones. Get taller. Get longer. And then lift yourself all the way up, up, up. Again, think of scraping the crown of your head and the knuckles across the ceiling. And then come all the way up. Inhale as you go back. And exhale to come up. Now we twist to the left. Keep those legs stable, keep the hips stable or equal into the mat. Hinge back on your twist. And then lift yourself all the way up. Lift and twist to the right. Hinge back, go back, stretch back, and come all the way up. How are those arms feeling? Whew. Inhale as you go back. Some days it's the abs, some days it's the arm. Come all the way up. Last one here, lift and twist. We go back, reach back, stretch back, and all the way up. Come back through center, take the bar down. Keep your left foot under, tree. Grab onto the back of your right leg. Sit up tall. This is what I want you to focus on, all right? Not getting the leg straight, okay? So that right hip stays anchored. You're gonna sit up tall. Straighten the right leg out if you can, and then bend it in. Notice my leg doesn't go straight, right? But this lift out of the back, whew, so important. Anybody can be here, right? So straighten the leg out as best you can. You're gonna climb up that leg. Once you're here, I want you to push the leg down into the hands and start to round through your spine now. Keep your left foot flexed. You're gonna rock back, rock back, rock back. Now, from here, lift that left foot up into the strap if you need. Right foot is planted over your hip. You're gonna walk down. Remember your rounded back, right? The first exercise we did, same thing. Chest goes up and over, ribs pull back. You climb back up. You go down. You only go down to where you're comfortable with it, and then walk back up. There's still energy out through that left heel. If on this last one, you wanna go back and you wanna reach the arms back, grab onto the frame, let your head go, take a big breath in, and then on your exhale, arms circle around, nod your chin, grab onto that leg, climb up that leg, and then rock yourself up. Your body's like a sail in the wind. And then from here, stack your spine up tall, ankle over the knee, and sit up tall for that figure four stretch. So if you didn't want to go for your extension at the bottom, just keep climbing up the leg, all right? You're trying to also keep that left leg, that standing leg stable. All right, so same thing here. Lift up out of your waist, equal down through your hips, and then we try to do that bend and straighten. Arms are just doing this kind of like shave or hug action here. Let's do two. Anybody else got a creaky knee? Hold that leg out there, climb up the leg. Think of rounding up and over like spine stretch, all right? You're gonna rock yourself back. Left hip should feel like it's reaching to your right inner thigh. Plant the foot over the hip, right leg stays active and flexed. From here, you walk down, walk down, walk down, and then walk up. How straight, how stable can you keep that left leg while you're doing this crazy, weird sit-up? On this next one, if you want, you're gonna circle the arms around, reach back, find that pull to traction your spine, keep lifting up into that strap. On your next exhale, nod your chin to come out of it, circle the arms around, grab onto that leg. You're a sail in the wind. To come all the way up, take the ankle over the knee. You're gonna sit up tall, little lean to the right. Oh yeah, all right, let's go ahead and come off here. Box is gonna go away, dowel is gonna go away. From here, we're gonna drop down to one medium spring. So one medium spring, we're gonna do our side splits here. So for me, I'm just gonna start with my back to you because why not? I'm here. Left foot is gonna come onto that stable base. Right foot is gonna come up onto the moving carriage. Now, if you're super flexy, you're gonna like heel toe walk that foot all the way to your shoulder blocks. For me, I'm gonna find somewhere in the center. Now, for today, I want you to find more of a parallel position with your feet, okay? Root down through the big balls of your feet, but get the sensation like you're kind of pulling the heels apart. Arms are gonna go out to the side, just like your saw arms. Feel your tailbone lengthen and feel the arms almost press back behind you. Keep your length as you press the carriage out, out, out. Hold here on the out and pause. Feel those outer hips trying to stretch your inner thighs. And now think of inner thighs working to lift up as you pull the carriage all the way in, and now hold on the in. And then from here again, spine lifts, you grow taller as the carriage goes out, out, out. Pause on the out, dig the balls of your feet down into the mat, the big balls of your feet. Pubic bone is slightly forward. And then from here, feel those inner thighs lift up to pull you all the way in. Hold on the in. You have 3, 2, 1. Energetic reach out through the arms. Think like they're pressing down into something. We hold, 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 and then think of lifting the arches up to pull it all the way in, in. We hold, 2, 3, and then we carefully step off because we're gonna do the other side. Remember, parallel with your feet, make sure your heels are in line with one another. Feel the upper thigh bones draw in, arms go straight out. We press the carriage out, out, out. We hold on the out. And then again, think of the waistline lengthening to lift you up, up, up. I realize I'm a little cut off here, so I apologize. We're too into this. I'm not gonna fix it. You go out. You guys see what's happening. Arms are reaching wide and back. Again, lift the arches. Find that inner thigh connection to come all the way in, in. Hold, 2, 3. You press it out. Remember, big balls of the feet stay down. I know it's really tempting to want to like turn out here. Hold, hold, hold. Pull up through the inner thighs. Come all the way in, in, in. You're gonna carefully step off. We're gonna place the foot bar back up. And we're gonna come onto 2 medium springs, right? So 2 medium springs total. We are now gonna finish with our back split. So you're gonna step onto the carriage. Make sure your headrest is up. Everybody likes to get into this a different way. Either way though, right foot is gonna come kind of catty corner on your foot bar. So heel on the foot bar, toes or balls of the feet onto that frame. And then I'm gonna walk my left foot forward to where the balls of my feet are in the headrest crease. That back leg is gonna stay straight, y'all. Super important. Bend into that front knee and hold here. You're in a low lunge and just hold. Find that connection through that back leg. Super, super important here. All right, from here, try to straighten that forward leg out and then pull it in. Think of your left hip reaching back to that right inner thigh. How flat can you keep the back right now? For 2. And 1, find that low lunge. Keep the carriage stable as you stack everything up. Now, if you're like, girl, no, not today, keep your hands down there. Otherwise, find a position with your hands, either behind your head, on your hips. Do the same thing. Press the carriage out and in. It's only that front leg that's driving the carriage out. You are in an extended spine here. Head to hand connection for 2. And 1, bend into that front knee. Arms reach up. You round up and over. From here, can you shimmy the whole foot up onto the headrest? From here, both legs go straight. Pull the carriage in. Lift the abdomen up off that thigh. And then press it out. Lift, 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 lift. And then back out. Strong back foot connection. Relax the neck a bit more. Lift, 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 lift. This is elephant with your splits here. Now I want you to go all the way out and pause here. Be careful. Turn your head, look over that left shoulder as your right leg gets longer. And then come back to center. Round and lift up, up, up. Bring the carriage in and we carefully come out of it. Same thing on the other side. Right balls of the foot into the headrest crease. All right, you go out to that low lunge. Check things here. Press that carriage out and in. Back leg, you are trying to get it razor straight. So even if you're looking at me right now going, she's not razor straight. Oh, I'm so tight, it is so hard. So I'm thinking about it though. For 2 and 1, hold the carriage still. Can you rise up? All right. Again, if your hands are still down there when you do this, bend and extend, just think of getting light in your hands. All right. And remember, your ribs are lifting up off that thigh, especially if you're still down there. Let's do 3. Tripod connection through that right foot. And 2. And 1. Bring the carriage in, reach the arms up and over. Hands come back to the blocks. Shimmy that whole foot, the entire foot up there. If you're tight, I know it is a brutal stretch. Round and lift into the spine, pull that carriage in, keep the legs straight, and then back out.
It has been too long since I've done these. So for me personally, I gotta really think about trying to get that heel down because it wants to lift up so bad, especially as I come in. Right hip to your left inner thigh. Relax that neck. This is your reward for all that hard work. Press the carriage out and hold. Pick your head up.
Keep the carriage quiet. Look over that right shoulder. Press down through the right big ball of the foot. And then turn the head back to center. Pull the carriage all the way in. Shimmy that foot back and step off. And you are done. Please let me know what you thought in the comments, what you felt, all the things. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.